I started this whole football stuff because I love football. I love talking about football. I love watching football. I think to myself, for me as a human, right? I football has always been something that all of us go through hard times, whether we're older or younger, growing up, throughout school, throughout all the going through your childhood. Every time something bad happened, football is what really got me away from just the world. And now as I get older, you guys see the white hairs right there. I got a little baby on the way, and you go through the stress of family problems and whatever throughout your life. And still to this day, football is what allows me to escape for a few hours and really just enjoy something that brings you so much happiness. And that's one thing that I will always say. I'm so happy I found sport, right? I'm so happy I found football at a young age because of my father and his father. And I love that, right? Because it's helped me so much during bad times, right? What keeps me always happy in life is my faith and football. And the reason I'm saying that is to tell you that, today, I think a lot of people nowadays, because I talk about sports so much, they feel that in any way, shape, or form that I'm ever attacking their team or that I'm against their team. And it's never that. It's never that. And the reason I bring this up is because today, Barcelona got, for me, what was one of the biggest wins of the season. A lot of people will laugh at me and a lot of people will criticize me for this, but I don't think La Liga is won in El Clásico. I don't think La Liga is won against Atlético Madrid. I think La Liga is won on a Saturday night in Las Palmas. The team is tired. The team is, coming off of many games, and they're going up against a team that's a little bit more rested, not in as many competitions, and playing a hell of a game, playing a good defensive game, a good low block, and you get a win. You had to dig down deep. You had to fight. You had to scrape. You had to do everything you could to get the win. And it really wasn't settled until Torres at the very end makes it 2-0, a phenomenal goal. This is where La Liga's won. These are the games that people won't talk about at the end of the season. They'll talk about how Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid in one of the games they played, and that's what people will talk about. But what really needs to be talked about is this huge win in Las Palmas and the job that Flick has done with Barcelona in his first season, and the way he's gotten a lot out of players. Now, there's two things I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about the inconsistency in La Liga referees. Today, once again, the commentators on TV, ourselves, people on the internet, are talking about the referee again. And the call was called correctly. La Liga had the call right. The guy is offside. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's 1-0, and Las Palmas gets a chance where there could be a potential penalty. The problem is, before the potential penalty, there's a clear offside. But La Liga took too long of a time to put lines, and they sent the referee to the VAR. This should have been something that the refs on the VAR said, hey, hold on. Let's first put lines. Once we know he's not offside, then we want you to go to the VAR because there's a potential penalty. And all the controversy is done. But instead, they make the ref go to the VAR, and then as he's looking at the handball situation, they then say, you know what, wait a minute, it's offside. So all of it could have just been absolutely avoided, and nobody would have even blinked an eyelash at the ref. But La Liga continuously puts themselves in a position where the referees are going to be talked about. And there's no referee help. There's no referee controversy in this game. It is a good game it's a game that Barcelona didn't play their best football, but they scraped and they won it. And that's a GG to Barcelona. But we have to then now go back and say, why did this guy go to the VAR? Why would he go to the VAR? Are they sure he's offside? Why the lines take so long? It's silly. It's silly. And I want to say this really quickly. I'm a big Portuguese league guy, right? And I just finished a couple hours ago watching, yes, it was so Benfiquista, but I watched the Sporting president speak because I am a fan of Benfica, but I want to see Sporting. I don't want to see Sporting win the league, but I do want to see Sporting sell players for a lot of money. I do want to see Sporting bring good players in because as Sporting gets their team better, then Benfica has to get their team better to compete. And the same thing with Porto, and it's good for football. Anyways, why I'm bringing him up is because he spoke and he gave 4 or 5 examples of different games where the consistency in the Sporting game was not the same in the Benfica game or in the Porto game. And I turn to you and I tell you this. I agree. as a Benfica fan, I agree that there's games where Sporting got robbed, and I agree that there is games where the consistency, let's say they call the penalty for Sporting one way, and in the Benfica game, the same thing will happen. They don't call the penalty. And the consistency, not only in La Liga, but in all football around the world, the VAR has made football a little bit more confusing. What's exactly a penalty? Is it when the contact starts outside the box and the person falls in the box? Is that considered a penalty? Is the penalty if the contact begins only in the box? There's so many confusing rules. Supposedly, there's a new rule change that changed last week or 2 weeks ago that if the goalie makes contact with the ball, that the follow through, I don't know, some rule kind of changed. My cousin was telling me about it. The follow through happens. It's not a penalty. They change stuff now. And I think it just needs to be a little bit more clear to all football fans to stop with the controversies and the nonsense, because this game needed no referees. And here's the thing. I put on social media, hey, First, I put where the lines, because it took like 5 minutes for the lines to come up. It took a long time. Where the lines? And I just wanted to see the lines. I knew he was offside, but where the lines? Why is the ref going to the VAR before the lines? And then I said, why is the ref going to the VAR for the offside? And Barca fans legitimately thought I was attacking him. I'm not. I'm zero attacking, bro. I'm zero attacking. Look, guys, I like Real Madrid. I like watching Real Madrid. I don't care if Real Madrid wins La Liga. Whether Real Madrid wins La Liga or not, I literally does nothing for me. I care if Benfica wins the Portuguese league. That's what I care about. I love watching Real Madrid, but I watched the full 90 minutes of Barcelona. I saw when Lamine Yamal took it. I saw when Lamine Yamal was limping for a minute. I saw DANI Olmo's goal. I saw Torres's goal. Listen, when I'm watching Sporting and Sporting scores a goal, I turn it off. When Porto scores a goal, I turn it off because I don't like those teams. Yo soy benfiquista. I'm there. I'm hate watching. Until Sporting or Porto score, I literally turn it off. If they don't score and the other is 0-0, I'm watching the whole game. That's how I watch the Portuguese league. I'm not going to watch Porto and Sporting winning 3-0. I don't like those teams. I don't want to see them winning, right? I obviously don't. I want to see them be successful so Benfica could be more successful because if they buy players, Benfica has to buy players to compete, but I don't want to watch them win. Now, if I was a Real Madrid fan, I would not be watching a Barcelona game. I'm sitting there watching the full game. Every second I'm there, I'm watching it. Las Palmas or Barca, this game was boring. I was there. I didn't turn it off. I watched it. I watched from the beginning to the end. I saw the performances. I still think my boy Lamine Yamal needs better finishing. Yeah, but I think Lamine Yamal is going to become one of the best in the world. He's a young kid, 17 years old. Remember one thing, 17 years old. Look how many assists he has in La Liga. The amount of assists that Lamine Yamal has in La Liga is absolutely mental. To be the age he is, go take a look at how many assists Lamine Yamal has in La Liga, and it will blow your mind that at 17 years old, this kid can be doing this for Barcelona. You cannot hate Lamine Yamal. You cannot. There's no. If you hate Lamine Yamal, you hate football, because Lamine Yamal is a player, a human being that I hope my child looks up to. Right? I hope that all the kids out there look up to Lamine Yamal and understand that there is no ceiling on what you can achieve in life. 17 years old and to have that many assists for a club like Barcelona, one of the biggest, the baddest teams in all of football, and this man is cooking at 7 as a kid. Okay, if he was in America, lads, he just got his driver's license. You understand? He's still in school. He's still in high school. The amount of things he getting, no alcohol, he can't do nothing, bro. He still can't do nothing in America, right? You can't buy no tobacco. You can't do nothing in America at that age. He is still a young kid, and to see what he is doing, at 17 years old, I didn't even know what I wanted to be in life, and this guy is scoring, getting assists the way he's getting assists. And when he finishes his finishing, lads, it's going to be absolutely amazing, man. I love that he's at Barcelona. I love that they found their new, nowhere to compare, but I'm glad they found their new star boy, the new Messi, the new Ronaldinho, the new guy that's going to sell the most shirts at Barcelona, going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with years and years to come, and I can't wait to see this kid in his prime. The next thing I want to talk about with Barcelona is during the summer when they signed DANI Olmo, I got a lot of stick for this one, and I'm not gonna say I told you so because I didn't know. Okay, a lot of people got mad when Barcelona signed DANI Olmo over Nico Williams, because they looked like they were going to get Nico Williams. And when they went DANI Olmo, people were like, we have this position. Why do they do this? We don't need this. We needed Nico Williams. But from every bad thing comes a good thing. I say this all the time. Had they lost Nico Williams, but when they lost Nico Williams, what they got was a Rafinha that if you watched him today, he works for this team like no other player in Europe. The way he fights, the way he's up and down that field. I don't care if it's the 90th minute, the 94th minute, the 98th minute. I don't care if it's the first minute of the game. Rafinha works for his team, a true Brazilian spirit, jogo bonito player, outstanding player. Nico Williams would have most likely been in that spot, right? Nico Williams would have been there and Lamine Yamal would have been on the other side and we wouldn't have seen Rafinha hit the potential he's hitting at Barcelona. DANI OLMO was the perfect signing for Barcelona. And if you still think no, and one of the hardest games of this season, one of the most important games in this season, whenever one of the teams, big teams get to first place, they usually stumble. It's been like the curse this year of La Liga. Whoever gets the first place, stumble. Barca had to win this game, an important game, and DANI OLMO with the technical ability, with the gift he got, scores a very important goal that could really help them push themselves to win La Liga. It's not close to being over, but these 3 points are a huge 3 points. And it's so funny because another guy, Torres, who a lot of people, Torres this, Torres that, he's not a good football player, took a bad touch, and the way he finished the second goal is outstanding. It's an unbelievable goal. It's a beautiful goal to put the cherry on top of a very, very hard game in Las Palmas. And it was just very, very, very fun. It was a good game to watch. It's funny because I was watching Las Palmas because my cousin, who's a huge Sporting fan, I believe the defensive mid that starts with the E, I don't know how to say his name. I believe that guy belongs to Sporting, and I think he might have came from Sporting's academy. I'm not 100% sure, but Chelsea were going to pay $25 million for that guy, the defensive mid that plays in the middle of Las Palmas. If you guys looked at him, I was paying attention to him. I was watching him because I was like, this is a guy that could potentially end up back at Sporting, because I think he's on loan, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But my cousin was telling me about him, and I was just paying attention to him as I was watching the game. He did play a pretty good game. But this all around, lads, was a really, really fun game to watch, man. And again, Barca fans, I know you're going to see this, and I'm a guy that just watches La Liga, man. I just enjoy La Liga. I know everybody thinks that I'm this Real Madrid fan and I like Real Madrid more than Benfica and the list goes on. And more than Benfica. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want you guys to wait here just like one tiny second. I'm gonna show y'all something, okay? I'm gonna show y'all something because I think this is very, very important. This is something for you guys to see really quickly. Hold on. I must show you. This is something I have to show y'all, okay? Just hold on one second. I'm looking. Porto or Sporting jersey anywhere in my house. Barcelona, what you think? I got more. Don't play with me, y'all. I'm not here. I'm not here to play games with people. You think I'm gonna have this in my house if I'm a Real Madrid fan? Y'all really about to play me like that? There is not one Sporting, not one Porto jersey, not one Braga jersey, not one Guimarães jersey. There's only Benfica jerseys in this house. You're going to tell me that if I'm a Real Madrid fan, I got these jerseys chilling here, right here, and I got more. You think I got more? You think I'm just going to have Real Madrid, Barcelona jerseys sitting around my house, chilling, just over here, and I'm some Madrid fan? But look, man, I got all kinds of jerseys, man. I got the Spain beautiful black. Stop playing with me. I am not a Real. I'm just not what people say I am. Everyone keeps saying, oh man, this guy's a Madrid fan only. This guy only likes Madrid. He doesn't even like Benfica. I will never have a Porto or Sporting jersey in this house. Ever. I lost a bet once. I had to wear a Porto jersey. It was the worst day of my life, okay? Not the worst. Come on, man. I did not want to wear that. One time I almost lost a bet to my cousin. I was going to have to wear a Sporting jersey. He had to wear a Benfica jersey. He hated it. Lads, I am not a Real Madrid fan. If it's between Real Madrid or Barca, I'm gonna be like, okay, I want Real Madrid to win. That's just because I grew up watching Zidane and all these guys, bro. Like, I grew up watching Ronaldinho play there and Deco play there. Lads, I'm not. Real Madrid just has. I have more ties to Real Madrid, right? Like, it's something that. You know, I watched Fabio Contrón there, who played for Benfica. Ronaldo, obviously Portuguese, so I watched a lot of that. Luis Figo, after he left Barca, went over there. I just watched it. You know what I mean? And then in England, I like watching Manchester United chilling 15th place. It's all I'm saying. I'm never hate watching Barcelona. I'm gonna be hate watching them when we play you guys in the Champions League. But people need to stop with this agenda that I'm this Real Madrid fan. Everybody says, "Where's your Benfica jerseys?" And back there, I wear them. I'm not gonna put it back. I have every Benfica jersey from every season going back to back in the day. I don't put it back there because I wear them. I don't wear those back there. Those are just chilling right there. I'm not gonna wear those. I wear my. Anyways, I love you guys, man. That agenda gotta stop, bro. I'm not a Barca hater. I just speak on football because I love it.